Hey everybody, hello. Sorry about the short delay. I was filming hedgehogs, so I thought you'd excuse me for being 10 minutes late. Got some nice footage tonight. We don't have any cameras. The cameras have broken. All the wildlife cameras have broken. So the only way for me to get any footage is to go out there, stick a selfie stick on a stand. Thank you. And stand back and hope for the best. Put a little torch on. Anyway, that'll be coming tomorrow. I've also got part 2 of my GB News demise, which I hope it isn't the demise. It's more of, is it the demise? I think they can save it. But anyway, that's all for the Penny Bunny channel. We are on the Curious Bunny tonight. So hello and welcome to everybody. We got 68 people, one off the 69 who were misses. Hello, we got 70 in the house. Please hit that like button if you enjoy the content, or the dislike. If you don't, it's okay. It lets me know what you guys want. Now, we did a poll the other week, and 32% of you wanted to see the next live stream being a paranormal phone-in. Now, phone-ins usually go on for quite a few hours, and I haven't really got that long tonight. So I thought what we'll do, thank you, Lady Lulu, I enjoyed it. What we'll be doing, I'll be doing a few news stories, and then we'll also be taking on a couple of calls. Not a lot of calls, nothing major, not like a full news show. We're going to mix it up a little bit. We're going to do a little bit of news, a couple of calls, and take it from there. So I'm just going to get into the live chat. Massive thank you to everyone who's here. We've got 38 likes and we have 77 watching. Now, if you are watching from my other channel, I'm going to turn subscribers on for 5 minutes. So if you're watching from the Penny Bunny channel and you've only just come over, you have to wait 5 minutes to comment, okay? That's just to keep the trolls out. Gemma, I love you to bits, love. I can see Gemma is here. Jane is here. Shona is here. Zeus Scott, right. I cleared all my mods off the other day on this channel as well. So if you haven't got a mod, just bear with me. I'm going to be giving them back. I've given some back and I'm going to be giving the rest back. We have had a few runguns in our midst, right then. So if you haven't got a spanner, don't panic, okay? Bear with me. We have Ellen, another managing mod. We have Bumblebee is here as well. We have Jane, Space Cat, Shona, Zeus Scott, Little Miss Sunshine, Ellen, Tone, loads and loads of people coming in. Bumblebee, welcoming each and every one of you. Me, Mark, skip every single person here. If I don't get to call out your name, it's purely because it's mega busy in the chat. It doesn't mean I don't care about you. All these beautiful women, says John. Exactly. So what we're going to do tonight, we're going to look at a few funny stories, a bit nuts. Heidi, Vicky, thank you for the rabbit food. That was so kind of you. Thank you. Al's just come in and told me. So big up to Vicky, thank you so much. Right, let's get into it then. Okay, so people say to me, oh, Gemma, thank you. No, Gem, you don't need to thank me. Thank you, darling. Love that lady to bits. We had such a lovely catch up. You see, I don't get much time to speak to people. Jane knows what it's like. I don't mean to, I just don't ever get time. I'm always doing something, streaming or cleaning or rabbits or something to do with, Jack. I'm just mega busy and I don't get time for calls. I love calls. I just don't have time for them. So when I got to speak to Gemma, finally, it was awesome. Loved it. But me and Jane are due another catch up soon as well. So I need to try and make time. But Gemma knows I love her to pieces. She knows I'm always there for her. And if she needs me, I stop what I'm doing and I talk to her. So it was lovely. Gemma came with me to see Scarborough Castle at night from the outside. And Gemma come and looked at the beach. It was nice, wasn't it, Gem? Next time we go, I'll take you with us again if you want, love. Right then. Okay. Now, apologies about all the spam. All right. There's nothing I can do about it. It's unfortunately, it's the Lad Bible. But thank you again, Jem, for that. That was very, very kind. Sympathy Cliff's in the house. It was awesome, wasn't it? Okay, now if you can just about make out this, we're going to do a couple of stories, and then what I'm going to do, I'm going to pop the link in, and then you guys can decide if you want to call in. If you don't call in, we'll just do a couple more. Oh, really, Mima? Enjoy, my love. Hello, Millie, love. Hello, DJ Burp. Hello, Nanny. Hello, Chartel, love. So, Heidi, hello, lovely jubbly, hello. Right then, so we're going to do a couple of stories. Let me know in the live chat, just to gauge a little bit of interest. Would you call in tonight? If you're watching on the replay as well, I do always say fast forward by 5 or 10 minutes because I do like to do my introductions to the live chat. If you're watching on the replay, please respect that these people have come in and given their time to talk to us. And I leave the replay up purposely so the replay crew can watch. Some channels don't even leave the replays up, but I do. So please just understand that I do interact with chat a lot at the beginning, and then I will tilt her off. Right, I'm going to crack on with the show. Let me know if you're interested in calling in. Do we have anybody? Hello, Katie. Katie, you have the most beautiful voice. Gemma says, I would have, but I've not a lot to say. Oh, Gem, it's a spooky one anyway, darling. Have you got any spooky stories? Oh, lady. No. So we've not got many people interested. Right then, let's hear about this then. A Megalodon. Now, guys, I believe the Megalodon is still going. I don't believe for one. Like, how can humanity say that there are no Megalodons when we haven't even seen what's under the ocean? We've seen like 10%. Now, we went to the bottom of the Mariana Trench and they found lakes down there. There's so much we don't know. There's massive indents in other parts of the ocean. They keep finding them, and down below them, no one's been down there. Now they say the people, the humans who say that they're in charge and they know everything. They say that life cannot exist down there because of the pressure, and yet they found life down there. Whether it's shrimps, they found blue whale really far down. Just because we couldn't survive down there doesn't mean that other species haven't adjusted and evolved to live down there. So I genuinely believe that the Megalodon are around. We just don't know it yet. So there you go. The world is like 70% water. We're just these little ants on these little hills. That's all we are. The ocean rules the world. So we've found some information here on hello Rose, hello Synth. If I missed you coming, I'm sorry. Divers have found a megalodon tooth in a flooded inland cave in Mexico. So let's have a look at this. Again, I apologize about all this. I've tried using different browsers. I'll try Brave next time. Divers have found megalodon teeth, not just one tooth. They found teeth. By the way, that's a great white. That is the size of Megalodon. That is a massive great white there. I cannot express to you how big these things are. All right, this is a whale. They eat whales for breakfast. Okay, divers have found megalodon teeth in a flooded inland cave in Mexico. For those unaware, the prehistoric shark basically made Jaws look like Finding Nemo. The 50-foot sharks, 50 feet, were the baddest fish in the ocean. Are they fish, those sharks? Are they? They're not mammals, are they? And as they loomed through the waters over 3 million years ago. Look, I'm sorry, but these teeth that they keep finding, I don't believe these teeth are 3 million years old. I think they lie about a lot of stuff. That's just my opinion. This is the Curious Bunny channel, and I'm very curious about this sort of stuff. To find out why the shark went extinct, scientists have been looking for answers in the megalodon's most abundant fossil, its teeth. Speleologist, is that how you say, and photographer Katie Nish Vishigzap, oh God, give up, and her partner discovered the fossils while diving in the sinkhole in Madeira. These sinkholes are really, really interesting. Now, I'm not sure if we have a video. I think we might have. Let's have a look if we have a video to go with it. 15 dental fossils were found. These sinkholes are so interesting. If we don't get anyone calling in, we could also have a look at those. Were found in the district of Coal, which was once thought to have been under the sea. So we're going to see whether we can watch this video. Or is it a video? Okay, we've got an ad again. Bear with me.
Unapologetically me and celebrate myself.
No, nobody
Fortunately, there's not a lot I can do about it.
I'm Chloe.
Whenever I go on to go, it won't let me watch the website. So
I'm
use
Asia.
an ad blocker.
And this is Nike Tech.
Let's see. Video. It might not be. What's this? This isn't a video about Megalodon. Apologies, folks. It's so annoying, honestly. There's no video. They're just teasing us. So out of the 15 fossils, 13 of them belong to 3 different species of shark, one of which being the once deadly Megalodon. The shark teeth belong to the Megalodon shark, and I can't say it, the mackerel shark and the saw shark. The anthropologist and physicist Salvador Estria had already launched an investigation. There's just proof of what they studied. So these sea caves, basically, what they are, they're like sinkholes in the ground, and it's where they've been flooded. And then the sea's gone back out and it's left these massive holes in the ground full of water. And they seem to be popping up all over the place. They're so interesting. Let me just get back into chat. Unfortunately, there's no photos or video of the tooth. It tricked us. Right. Anyone here prepared to come in? Who else is in now? We've got Bev. I'm just looking at the chat. We've got Jay. I think I need to give some wrenches out. Alan Edge is here. When I click on a video, I expect to see a video straight away. Yeah, it wasn't YouTube though. That was Lad's Bible. It's very frustrating for me. But while we're here, I will grab up. I will grab up some Megalodon teeth so you can just see. And I have done streams on this before, but I've not done one for a while. But I'm just going to get a couple up just so you can see what I'm talking about. They are massive. They are huge. And I just find it really interesting how they find all these teeth. And if they died 3 million years ago, would there be so many teeth? I'm not so sure. So we're just going to get this up now. I'm just going to show you. So we're just going to move over to here. 120 people watching. Please hit the like or the dislike. We've been talking about Megalodon, and here we go. This isn't a Megalodon tooth, okay? So I think that's just a normal great white tooth, and there we have a fossil of a Megalodon tooth. Right, let me just grab a drink. Let me just see what's going on in chat. We are on the Curious Bunny channel, so if you had a wrench the other day on the other one, then it's because we're on a different channel. Okay. So that's a Megalodon tooth. They were massive. They were bigger than double-decker buses. Can you imagine that? Why don't Megalodon teeth? I think I smell bullshittery bumblebee tea. Genuinely, and I'd like to do more research, is that genuinely, I believe there is stuff under the ground. No, they've confirmed that that's a Megalodon tooth. I wanted to show you it on that video, but they didn't have it. So this website here will show you. That's obviously a great white. This is a Megalodon jaw that they found. They're very big. They had a 3-meter bite diameter, which is several times larger than that of the modern great white shark, which is their cousins. So they've actually found these in the sea. Now, I genuinely think that they are still under there. They seem too new to me. So there's a man. That's how big they are to us. and they believe that they were found in all these places. So, sort of like South America, the north of South America, and then up here in Europe, all over the place, literally all over the place. And I've always been fascinated with Megalodon. I always have. I don't know why. So when I looked for some curious news stories and I seen that the Megalodon teeth were found, that was my first one. But unfortunately, they didn't have the video. So there you go. They were big. They were very big. And I still believe that they're real. Nobody knows why the Bermuda Triangle, all these boats disappear. Well, maybe it's because there's a megalodon in that area. Who knows? Anyway, hello everybody. Oh, really, Teresa? So we've got 122 people watching. We're going to be looking at some news, and we're going to see whether anybody wants to come up. Welcoming everybody. Andrea, was it you that added me on Instagram, love? I just want to know, because someone with your name has made an account and added me, and I just want to know. Let me just give Chartel a wrench, because I cleared them off a long time ago. Is your fella still in here? Yeah, he is. Is it Jay? Is it? Hello, Jay. Peaky Blinders is here. Sass is here. Bev's here. MK Ultra, love your name. Mary, Debbie. So here we go. Yvonne's here. Angela. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. I know Jane has been busy welcoming you all. Jane is amazeballs. She's just amazing. If you could dig a hole from here to Australia, would you come out the other side, feet or head first? A very, very good question. I thought so. I thought you would, Jay. I was just double checking. Right then. Irene says, I love the phone-ins. I'm too scared. Oh, your show lifts my mind and brings me some comfort. Well, Irene, thank you. Oh, thank you, Andrew. I'm just checking. Hello, Amanda, love. Well, look, guys. Hello, Sassy. You shouldn't be shy, right? Hello, Wanderer. Guys, I don't know what I'm doing half the time either, you know, and that's why I get a lot wrong. But it's just how you just plow on, don't you? Anyway, we're going to move on from that. So thanks to Lad Bible for teasing us and telling us that there was a video of a megalodon tooth, only to let us down and show us another advert. Right then, okay. What I'm going to do, actually, I'm going to put the link in while I'm looking for some more news. This is a mix-up show. It's a news show with a twist. Okay, you can call in. You can call in, but only if you've got a short. I don't want a novel. I don't want a massive, a big long thing, because it's not a full-blown call-in show. When we have a big call-in show, I'll usually ask Underbelly on, or Paz, or Jane, and we'll do a few hours. I'm not doing that tonight. We're just doing a few news stories, but I'm opening the stream up to take a couple of calls. So no novels. No Gary. Well, Gary, you're welcome up, mate. Just don't make people fall asleep again because of what happened last time. Right, yeah, keep it concise. So 5-10 minutes, one at a time. I burnt my chili. Oh no, Yvonne, is that my fault? Hello, Hawkeye. So guys, feel free to call in. No pressure. No pressure. Hello, Jane. Oh, Jane, I keep forgetting you can add yourself, can't you? That was good. How you doing, darling?
I'm fine. It's been a while, so I thought, well, I'm going to come up for a few minutes at least. Keep you company.
Sorry, I'm just reading the chat. You what? Sorry, darling.
Yeah, just keep you company.
Oh, well, thank you, Jane. I really appreciate that. Hello, Mark. Oh, well, thank you very much, mate. Please, can Jane call in? Oh, David Wellings, you read her mind, or she read your mind. Someone's mind was read. Her honey voice makes me giddy. Well, that's nice. Ladybird. There you go, Jane. You've got a super fan.
How about that?
There you go. Jane is lovely, Space Cat. Hello, my love. What else have we got? We've got a new to this and got a phone. Well, Andrea, as long as I know it's you, my love, because we do get some really strange people on the internet. North Country Girl, hello, as always. Jane is amazeballs. We love Jane. Hello, Paul from Brazil. Depopulation through force pricks. Gemma says, hey, Rose. Is Rose here? Hello, Rose. How you doing? Right then. So Does anybody? Jane is showing you how easy this is, right? To just press the button. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything. You don't have to go on camera like me and Jane are on camera. And if you've got anything, if you've seen a ghost, if you've seen a UFO, if you've seen, hello, Richard Butler, if you've seen a big cat or a Bigfoot or a dog man or anything weird, right? Anything bizarre, if you've seen stuff moving across the room, come and tell us, ring in and tell us your stories. 69, say St. Cliff. Nikki's here and Sharon. Sharon is here. Hello, darling. How you doing? The cat is cute. I love guys. I can't go on camera because you would absolutely piss yourself. Currently have, I have a hair mask on my head with a silver tinfoil hat over the hair mask to keep it moist, and I have a face mask on, so I look like a silver. I look like an alien right now. Right, I've got grey
I was gonna
skin.
say, you're perfect for the Curious Bunny stream.
Hello, DJ Rockford. Genuinely, that I've got a silver tinfoil hat on my head, with a mask underneath, and I have a grey face mask on. And if it was just you lot, I would gladly go on camera for a laugh, but it would just all be clipped.
Yeah.
If it was you lot, I would. Honestly, if it was just the people here, listen. You can hear my hat on my head. I look like an alien. You what? Sorry, Jay.
No, I just find it funny. I'm sorry.
Oh man. Yeah, I've actually got a tinfoil hat on. I would love to show you for fun. The thing is, I can laugh at myself, but unfortunately, it would then be on the internet for the next 50 years.
Yeah.
I look like an alien. Maybe I'll tell you what. I'll put one on the Patreon. If you're a Patreon, you can have it. How's that? And
That sounds good. Yeah.
yeah. But your hair will be so soft. It will be, because do you know what? I was going to wash my hair before I came on, and it's been on there for 2 hours, this mask. But because the hedgehogs were out, I had to go and film them, so I'm stuck with it on my head. I need a WhatsApp photo, says Ellen. I think you do, love. I think you do. Jane, have you got any spooky stories while we're here?
Oh, I was going to bring up the fact that you were talking about the Megalodon teeth, and
Have you got any thoughts on that?
yeah, it does make me wonder about that, because there's this whole thing, with Bigfoot, that a lot of people, not everybody, I don't, but a lot of people think it might be Gigantopithecus, which was a huge ape that lived back in the day, along the days of Megalodon too. But they say it's Gigantopithecus, but there's only just a small, piece of a couple of teeth and a little bit of jaw that they've ever found of this fossilized of this Gigantopithecus. But it's just, it's very odd how they can reconstruct something like that.
Yeah. I'm just sending this picture to Ellen. You asked for it, Ellen.
I wondered what you were doing back there.
I'll send it to you, Jane. Honestly,
Okay,
guys,
please
do you know what we're going to have to do? We're going to have to do. We'll do a stream where only us lot can be here. Now, what I can do, I can make a live stream, unlisted, and I can send the link out to certain people. So what I can do, if you guys want the link, right, you can just send me an email and I'll send it you. So I can, yeah, that would be cool. But yeah.
No, it's not gigantic piss again. It's Gigantopithecus.
Oh, piss again. Oh, piss. Oh, God.
Yeah. No, it's Gigantopithecus, which is the scientific term for what they've given this huge ape that's bigger than any ape that ever lived. And some people think that that's what Bigfoot might be, is a descendant or like a Gigantopithecus. Yeah, which I don't believe that, but there are some people that do.
Ellen likes it. The thing is, though, like, how do we know that dinosaurs are extinct? We just believe in them, aren't we?
Well, yeah, that's true. And also, if you look at the timeline that they do scientifically, there is an overlap between supposedly where, more modern humans lived, or even Neanderthals back then, and dinosaurs. So there was a period of time that everybody would have been living at the same time. There were dinosaurs, they don't think went as extinct as far back as they're putting it.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah.
They literally, I believe a lot of our history is just utter tosh. I just think they make stuff up for the sake of it. I really do.
Well, I do too. I do too. And then the thing is somebody brought up in chat, and I agree that this carbon dating, where they date something like it was 40,000 years ago or 100,000 years ago. But I looked into several years ago about carbon dating, and
Mm.
it can show the age of something, but after like 8,000 years ago, it kind of gets iffy where they don't get results that they know are true. Like up
Yeah,
to about 8,000 years, well, then that's pretty, set in stone that they know that that's real information coming back. So how can they date something 50,000 years ago or something 100,000 years ago? Because the carbon dating isn't good enough to prove that.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I've just put it into the Patreon, by the way. If you want to go and see what I look like, feel free to knock yourselves out. I can't send it on Messenger yet because I'm logged into the wrong one.
Hmm.
It's dreadful. It's dreadful. Okay, that's enough of that. So is it before we move on to the next story? Is anybody else going to call in? So I'll put the link in again. I genuinely believe megalodons are around. I say I've done shows on this before, but we are due another one. I was toying tonight with doing hello ladybird, with either doing a wolfman stream on werewolves or maybe a skinwalker ranch or a bit of both.
Oh,
Jane,
yeah.
I'm upset some 16-year-old chopped down that tree. Yeah, Jane probably doesn't know.
Mhm.
There's a tree in the UK. I don't know if you've seen Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves with Kevin Costner, and he stood outside that massive tree.
Yeah.
It's hundreds of years old. It's a sycamore tree. It's been chopped down. And I personally believe that it was part of a ritual. Oh, Axel might come up. Come up now,
Was,
Axel.
was it vandals that chopped it down? Do
They're
they know who
blaming it on
did it?
they're saying they've arrested a 16-year-old boy. Now they're saying that they've arrested a 60-year-old man. I personally think that it is some sort of ritual and it's all lies. And the way that they're going around blaming, they're now arrested a retired lumberjack. They're just going around arresting people. They don't know who it is. And genuinely, I need to look into this a lot more. I really do. I need to look into it. I think there was symbolism on that tree, and
Well,
I think
yeah.
it was a ritual of some sort.
Well, and a 300-year-old tree is not going to be easy to chop down. That thing would have been huge, the trunk of
Yeah.
that tree.
So
Yeah.
here's the tree here. It's not dead, apparently. We just
That's
turn
the
it
tree.
around.
Where's it at in England?
By Hadrian's Wall, Northumbria area, really
Oh,
far up north.
well, that's terrible. I just saw it chopped down.
Yeah.
Ah,
And it was literally in Robin Hood. Now they arrested a 16-year-old kid,
mm,
and they now arrested an old lumberjack man. I've got BBC will strike us if we
right.
they're
Yeah.
horrible. So yeah, that's the one that was in Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. So I think it was some sort of ritual. I need to do a little bit of research. We've got Axel here. Hello, Axel. It's your first time on my show. Hello, Shanice.
It's not my first time on your show. I talked with you and
Yes, you did. Sorry, my mistake.
second time, but
Second time. It's been a while though, hasn't it?
it has been like a year and a half or
My
so.
tinfoil hat made me forget. Go on to Patreon if you want to. If you've got my Patreon, you can go and see my tinfoil hat on my head. Vicky Starbird has already commented. She says, "Lovely, darling." Well, thank you, love. I'm sure it does look lovely. At least I can laugh at myself. Okay, then. Space Cat's seen it. Apparently, she likes it, but I don't know what to say. Axel Steele. A lot of people don't know who you are. I'll just give you a wrench on the side. I de-wrenched everyone. Not.
No, I already have one. Again.
You've got a spooky story.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I was gonna wait for the next news article because we were talking about carbon dating. And I was like, I can say something about carbon dating, but I'm not sure how interesting it's gonna be.
It doesn't have to relate to the news article. Basically, what I was doing was, I've got another news article though. I usually do like a news show or a call-in show, and I thought we'll mix it up for a little bit. We'll do a bit of both. Some news in between. But the next article, actually, if you want to give your opinion on it, is quite an interesting one. And Jane's here as well. But are you still up for doing this show on President Kennedy? Because I know you've done a lot of research, haven't you, into that?
Well, I mean, if we move into November, we can do it for the 60th anniversary. That'll be fun.
Oh, okay. What date is that?
November 23rd, 2023.
Brilliant. Right. Jane, what do you reckon? Would you be interested in that as well?
Oh, most definitely, because that topic interests me.
Brilliant. We've got two Americans on. So this story is really, really weird, and I would like to get your opinions anyway. A farmer has captured a fanged beast. This is what I'm saying. Look, assumed extinct for more than 100 years, right? So this is another animal. One South Australian farmer was simply minding his own business while trying to protect his chickens and happened upon an animal which has been assured extinct for more than 100 years. Once he captured photos, the bizarre critter, before it escaped, he was left utterly bewildered and reached out to South Australia's National Parks and Wildlife Service. So he was expected to find a cat, but he found this endangered animal. I don't know what it is. On Thursday, the 20th of September, the Wildlife Service found the rare species inside the trap and identified it as the spotted-tailed quoll, also known as the tiger quoll. So it's like some little, I don't know what it is, some little Tasmanian devil type thing. And that's just, yet again, they thought it was extinct, and it's not. So this goes on again to the Megalodon and them thinking that they're extinct. Axel, do you think that the Megalodon's extinct?
You know what? I honestly don't have a strong opinion about that. The truth is that the deep ocean is very unexplored. Yeah. And so there could be all sorts of stuff down there we don't know about. So if there were much bigger sharks, I guess I wouldn't be that shocked. I'd be a little surprised if like a Tasmanian devil at this point showed up in Australia, although there have been reports of them off and on for years. But I will say, I don't know, if there's an endangered animal, you think they're one of the few left in creation on your property, perhaps that's the time to step back and take a few more steps to preserve that animal. Maybe I'd say that.
Yeah, definitely. I agree. I'm just seeing if we can find a video of it because.
Well, yeah, I've heard that they have found the Tasmanian devil.
I thought they did have the Tasmanian.
Yeah.
There's been reports off and on in it for like decades now that they think there might be still some out there, but I don't think we've had any real, confirmed sightings. Like the last one died in captivity in like 1904. Not that it was late enough that there's a movie of it, but like
it did. But I think that somebody got some kind of like a video because they put out a camera, and for hunting, that type of thing, and just to take pictures, and that there's supposedly some pictures of them that have been found.
Yeah, I heard about that as well.
Oh, yeah.
Apparently, I'm just reading this article. It says that they've not been seen for over 130 years. They've not been seeing these little things. So they were presumed extinct because there's been no sightings. And this one was trying to eat this guy's chickens. Now, for all we know, that could be a baby one and they could be a lot bigger. So there are things cropping up here, there and everywhere. And I just think that it's like the giant squid as well. They didn't think that that was real.
Right. And the coelacanth, they didn't think that was real.
Yeah. So hello, Loza. Oh, thank you, Yvonne, love. Thank you very much, sweetheart. So before we go on to another, see, we're going to be taking calls. Oh, thank you, Andrea, for the coffee, love. We're going to be taking calls in between any stories. We're mixing it up a little bit. So if anyone's got any stories, please ring in, and if not, we'll fill the gap with new stories. So while you're here, Axel, did you say you've got a story?
Oh, I have it? Honestly, my friend Penny, I don't think I do have a spooky story.
Ever seen a UFO?
Only once, and I could say that. I will say, I came in quite late, so if I suddenly disappear, it's because my phone's died.
Oh, it's okay.
Just a couple years ago, I actually saw a UFO here in my hometown. It was it was a red orb. It was moving very quickly across the sky. It wasn't making any sound, and so it couldn't have been a helicopter because it was moving that. There's a hospital near where I live, but if it had been a helicopter going to the hospital that low, I would have been able to hear it.
What state is it? Can you say?
Oh, Illinois. That's no big secret.
Illinois. Where Jane is in Ohio. Is that far from you, Jane?
We're
8 hours.
almost next door neighbors.
6
Yeah.
hours. 6 hours. 6 hours
Yeah.
away.
Oh, okay. It's not too far. So,
Indiana's between us.
Yeah.
Indiana. And is your state? Hello, Daz. Is your state known for these sort of things? Then, Axel.
Not really. I live in. I mean, for Jane's education, I live in downstate Illinois, so I don't live up in the Chicago area. That's where almost the whole population of Illinois is. Yeah. But I saw a red orb. It was moving quite quickly. It either was high and moving very fast, or low and not moving as fast. But like I said, it couldn't have been a helicopter. Would have been making noise. Couldn't have been a plane because it was moving too quickly at the height that planes fly around here. I mean, so I guess that is my one UFO story. I just don't have a lot of cool supernatural stories.
Well, you've seen one though, which is, and what did it do then? Did it just sort of float away?
Well, I actually, I was driving back to my house, and I parked my car along the side of the road because I was going to get out and take video of it. And so I got out of the car, and I got my phone out, and as I was watching it, trying to get my phone out, the light vanished.
Right. Well, that's a shame. It's always the way, isn't it? Hello, Sherris. Hello, Bridget Blaine, my love. Hello, everyone coming in. Welcome. We're doing a call-in show. If you've seen a UFO or if you've seen a ghost or anything, you can call in. Doesn't have to be about the topic. I'm just filling in with some news stories because quite often what will happen is nobody will call in and then we're left just sitting here. So I've got some news stories ready to see if anything weird is going on. So you've seen a UFO. That's so cool. Have you ever seen a ghost or anything, Axel?
I don't think I've ever seen a ghost. No, I don't think so. I mean, maybe every once in a while, I think maybe I've seen something that's not really there, but I can't think that I've had any supernatural ghost experiences. I might, if I think about it for a second here, I might come back with something.
Yeah, so it's one of those things where you can't think off the top of your head. I'm like that quite a lot, and then I remember it after.
Now, I can tell some spooky stories about my friend if you want.
Oh, yeah, go on then, Jane. Tell us.
Yeah, my friend, he was into the supernatural for the longest time, simply because he's always had things that have happened around him. And it's not so much him, it's his family, like his mother or his sister, that have all these strange experiences. And but he did some paranormal investigations like you did, Penny. And so he was in that for a while. And then he thought for a while that he was going to join a Wiccan group.
Wow.
And yeah, he was going to be a warlock for a while. And then he got the book, The Necronomicon, which I don't know if you're aware what the Necronomicon is.
Heard of it, but I don't know what it is.
That's the basically kind of like a satanic Bible.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, and I've told him he has a storage unit, and that Necronomicon cannot be in his house. He won't get rid of it. But I said, whatever you do, don't keep it in your house. But he's had all these stories where, he'll hear people walking through the hallways, and of course, there's nobody there. Things will get moved around, and items will disappear and can't be found. And sometimes they'll reappear in another place, and other times they won't. The creepiest, I think, is that his wife, as well as his mother, used to have people crawl into bed with them when they were in bed alone. Yeah. And that was really creepy. And they were so scared. One, actually, they would crawl over them to be on the far side of the bed. And then both of them were too scared. They just stayed under the covers that covered their heads. And they never looked again, but they could feel the weight. And actually, the mattress went down.
Yeah, that happens to me a lot, an awful lot.
Yeah.
It happened just yesterday. It's really weird.
Do
Did it really?
you suffer from sleep paralysis, Benny?
No, I don't think so. I do have really vivid nightmares like nearly every night, and I'm always almost dying in them. And I usually wake up and I'm not breathing properly. But no, I don't think I have sleep paralysis, no. But I do have things moving around me all the time, like just every day there's things moving around. Hello, Candice. Yeah, well, we've done I'll get New Metal Girl back for that because she said she's going to come up.
That would be good.
We
Yeah.
did 2 parts or 3 parts on Crowley about a year ago, so we're due to do that again. Did you see that, Axel, when we covered the Aleister Crowley, the house and his life? I don't know if you've seen that.
A little bit of it, but I know quite I know quite a lot about the guys, so it all runs together in my head. It certainly feels like a couple years ago.
Yeah.
I will just say I have some issues around sleep paralysis, and
You have it yourself, do
yeah,
you?
and a lot of times that can feel like, I'm not saying it's not what's happening, but I know that sleep paralysis can feel like presences in your room. It can feel like your bed moving around or shifts in your body position, but a lot of that, at least in my experience, is generally illusory. At least that's been my experience with it. I guess I don't know if I have any advice outside of that.
It's
I know what you're saying, Axel, because there can be a situation where people have sleep paralysis, and then some of these, like you say, events, they think it's really happening, but really it's part of the sleep paralysis. But it also, these people that I'm talking about never had sleep paralysis.
I don't mean to dismissing anything that was
No,
happening to you, Jane. I'm sorry.
No, you're not. I understand what you're saying because it's viable. Yeah.
Well, I do get, what I will say is that, so I've been a lucid dreamer forever, and so I recognize the symptoms, but sometimes if I will go to sleep and I will feel like a pressure, and I'll feel like I'm being drug off somewhere as I'm falling to sleep, but it's not real. It's just dream movement. And and I can wake myself back up if I want to, but also sometimes I actually want to fall asleep and not wake myself back up. So it gets complicated occasionally.
I wish
Well, yeah,
I could do that.
this friend that I was talking about now, he can have sleep paralysis. He doesn't have the situation where, people are laying down next to him, but he'll hear the walking and everything. But that's not when he's asleep. That's, during waking moments. But he has had sleep paralysis, and he knows exactly what it is. And it can be disturbing if you don't understand it. Once he understands it, so it doesn't upset him anymore.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
totally get what you're saying. Yeah. Hello, Pam. Hello, everyone coming in. There's quite a few people coming in, and there's Tam that's not been here for a while, so I've just given you a wrench because I'd sort of cleared them off. So thank you for coming back in, giving it you back. Welcome in, everybody. Sai, again, I've cleared them. So I know you have known you for years. Thank you again, everyone, for coming in. I really appreciate you. I've put the link in if you want to call in. Now, what we're doing is we're just having in a random, if you've had anything weird happen to you, anything spooky or scary, call in and tell us. If nobody calls in, we've got some articles lined up for between. You know, we're doing a bit of a mix up tonight. We're not having a proper show. It was sort of a last minute thing. So I thought we'd do it this way just to mix it up a little bit. Heidi says, I had sleep paralysis. My doctor said it was due to stress and menopause. They always blame that, don't they? Oh, thank you, Jem. Thank you, darling. Got so much research from Gemma that I need to make videos on. Big up Gemma. She's really awesome. Andrea, I'm like that, Penny. It scares me to death. So, you know, when you're saying about, what was it? Vivid dreams, Axel.
Lucid dreams.
Yeah, I've always had them. I know that David Welling says that SSRI meds, on or off meds, I have these sort of dreams. How you doing, Tam? Okay, Lulu. All you have to do is you have to click that link. You don't need to pay or anything. You click that link and you follow the instructions. You just got to give the StreamYard, which is a trusted third-party app that I'm using, that we're streaming through. You have to give them permission to take over your microphone just while you're talking. That's it. It's a safe app. I'm streaming on it right now. I'm talking you through it. I pay to use it. So it's not going to do anything. You don't have to download an app or anything like that. I have vivid dreams. I think it's due to the meds. Do you dream in colour? Yeah, I do, Alan Edge. I've always had them. Sorry, carry on, Axel.
Well, Penny, lucid dreams are dreams where you know you're dreaming. Is that how you experience them?
Some of them I dream in a dream. So in my dream, I wake up and I think I've woke up. That I have those dreams a lot. I dream about monsters, ghosts, aliens. Quite often it's the end of the world and the apocalypse is here. So I'll look up and I'll see UFOs everywhere. That happens a hell of a lot. I'd say 9 times out of 10 that's my dream. But then I also have dreams where there are ghosts, I'm in tunnels, and I know that I'm dreaming, but I can't wake myself up. I don't know how to do it. It just doesn't work. It's just horrendous.
Yeah, the problem is that isn't a trick I can teach you. It's just something I know personally how to do. And so if I had, and my time is running out, but I know we're roughly around the same age, Penny, but yeah, I've been doing this since a teenager. But like what works for me is that when you want to wake up, make a conscious effort to move a part of your body, because your brain shuts off your ability to move your body when you're dreaming. And so even if you can move a leg or a hand or something, it normally will bring you right back up to being awakened. I mean, that's how I do it. But I've talked to people that do this stuff and they look at me like, Axel, you're a freak that you can do that. Most people can't. So that's so that's the only advice I can give.
Unless I am waking myself up and I don't know it, because I do often wake up at the worst bit. So maybe it's funny you said that as well. Who was it who just said it could be a premonition? I think it was Terry Knowles. Hello, DJ Rockford. A lot of my dreams have come true. Obviously not about the alien thing, but when I dreamt about the communist, I dreamt about communism and stuff when I was a kid. I didn't even know what communism was when I was like 5 years old. I dreamt about Russians being in the UK, and I've dreamt about wars that have happened, and I've dreamt quite a lot of things that have always happened, but not everything. And I hope the UFO thing doesn't happen. But I do dream that. That's probably my biggest one. I don't know why, because my husband will say, well, why are you thinking about this? And I'm like, I'm not dreaming about things that I'm thinking about. And I've noticed that all of my dreams are always where I lived in the past. I'm always where I lived as a child, or where I lived after my childhood. It's never in my current property. I do think there's a lot of trauma that from those days that I haven't ever dealt with, and that's why all my nightmares are back there.
I mean, Freud says every dream is a wish, but that's not super helpful.
No, it's not. Hello, Guardian. I just wish I could like move on. For me, it gets to the point where I don't like going to sleep because of that intense. And yeah, they're just horrible.
Yeah, sometimes I dream and I know it's a dream. I didn't know that's what's called lucid dreaming. So thank you, Axel. I didn't know that that's what that's called.
You're welcome.
Not a lot. Sorry, Sherris. I used to be able to sleep for like 8 hours solid, but now I don't sleep more than about 2 or 3 hours. I wake up.
Yeah, me too.
And then I can't get back to sleep for hours. It's horrible. Most abductees are in the same blood group. I've heard about this. See, tonight there's no topic. It's just open topic. Anything goes. Welcome to the show, Lady Lulu. Have you called in before? You haven't, have you? Oh, she might be setting up or something. Maybe you should get hypnotized.
No.
I didn't think so. Hello, Jeff Twig. I'd be terrified to be hypnotized. Lady Lulu, hello, darling. How are you? If you've got YouTube open, love, you have.
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm okay, thank you. You seem to have a delay. Can I just ask if you've got a YouTube app open to close?
I'm trying to work out the sound thing. I can barely hear.
Right. Have you got YouTube open?
I can't hear you.
I hate this.
Oh dear.
Are you on your phone? Are you on your phone?
She might need to come out and come back in again.
What she needs to do is click on a turn a media sound up on the phone. Mine does this. Come out and go out and come back in again, darling. Hello, Nikki.
Hold on.
Right, go out and come back. So we can do a dream.
Sorry, I'm trying to sort out my audio. Maybe it'll help me put my headset on.
I wanted to say really quickly hello to a lot of lovely people in chat that I noticed have been saying hi to me. Hi, everybody. I'm not trying to ignore you. It's a little different when I'm on the panel than when I'm in the chat typing.
Yeah, it's difficult. You can't cover everyone, can you?
Yeah, no, I can't. So, hello, though.
We could do a dream show, actually.
That would be interesting.
That sounds good. Axel seems to know a lot about it. Hello, Tone Dial. Do you know a lot about dreams then, Axel? Have you been studying it?
I mean, I can talk about dream interpretation. I know several major schools from ancient Greek to Islamic to Freud, but I can talk a little bit about my own experiences with lucid dreaming. But as I was saying earlier, I don't think I can teach people to lucid dream not because I think it's a particularly special talent or anything, but it was something that I just developed on my own without teaching. So I'm not sure how I could help people learn how to do it.
Right. It's either you can do it or you can't, or you have those experiences sometimes. But it's not like, well, I'm going to go to sleep now and I'm going to lucid dream. You know, it would be impossible.
There's plenty of books out there that will try and teach you how to do it. You can find them in your, new age departments of your various bookstores. I've never read any of them, so I don't know how accurate they are.
Yeah. I would think it would be difficult to learn to do that. Personally. Yeah.
I can imagine. Right. So, Lulu, if you want to try and come back, if you've got a story. So, yeah, you can ring in about anything. It can be, absolutely anything that's spooky, not just a normal show where you ring in and you say what you're having for your dinner. It's got to be suitable for this channel. So, because we're coming up to Halloween now, we are on the 1st of October. Hello, Tone Dial again. How you doing? We are in the month of Halloween. So what I'm going to be doing is working up to Halloween. Once a week, we're going to have. I'm going to be doing like a podcast on something scary. So one week it might be spirit and ghosts, and then one week it might be werewolves, and then a few days before Halloween, I usually do a scary movie review show with Underbelly and Paz. Come back, lady love, if you want, sweetheart. So there's those of you that are new that haven't been with me. Hello, Paul, for a year now. That's what we do in October. We really ramp it up on this channel, don't we, Jane? Every year.
Yes.
well.
Oh,
Hello,
10 days until Gemma's birthday.
10 days. Oh, okay, Jem. Thank you for letting us know. I'm at a Halloween party. Maybe you could join us live, Bridget Blaine. That would be good. If anyone's going to any Halloween parties, I will be here, and we're going to hopefully have Pincho on location. If Pincho can't go on location, then I might have to go on location somewhere. Then there's nobody in the studio, is there? Unless Jane, could you present a show, Jane?
Oh, of course I could, and then you come in on the show.
On here, on this channel.
Yes, yeah, that would be fine by me. Yeah,
Okay.
I would do it for you, huh? No
Well,
problem.
that's a backup plan.
Now I know that Ted, Ted in England said that he was willing to go out with Pincho, so I hope Pincho could go out.
Yeah, Pincho will have his work schedule soon. That's what we're hoping for, Axel. I don't know whether you know about this, but did you see Pincho when he came up in his full gear? He had like a clown costume on, and he had the face, and he looked really, really good.
That was when he was talking to you about that church cemetery, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I remember that.
That guy, he's the one that when he went there once, years and years ago when he was younger, and there was stories of devil worshippers and rituals going on and dead animals. And what he did, he went there with his mates, and he could hear babies screaming, and he said it was the scariest thing ever. And it was an old mill, and it's now been bought, and it's a home now, but a lot of it's still as it was. And I'm not sure if anyone lives in there, but it was bought and like turned into a property. And he wants to go back there. And then there's around that area, there's a lot of spooky things. You've got a little church, you've got an old brook, a tree, and then there's a thing called the Witch's Well, where they said that witches were shoved down. That's still there. That is all in the same area. So Pincho was going to go out on location for us and film it on Halloween, and then we could be here, and then we could take up guests and have some spooky stories and watch.
I can see how that could be exciting.
And also you, Axel, or anybody, because it'd be a lot easier for me to stay here and control everything. But if there's nobody else going to go out, then 40 is the one that was horrible. But anyway, 43 now.
I mean, there's only like 2 scary places around where I live, and one of them is a state mental hospital they won't let you near legally. I'd get arrested, so I'm not going to do that.
Is it still a mental hospital now then, or is it abandoned?
No, they closed it down decades ago. And the other ones, we do have a pretty cool cemetery, but once again, I have to go there before nightfall because they don't like it when people hang out there at night.
I know, isn't it a shame, Axel? Because I wish I was in England because they have so many spooky and haunted things, and there just isn't that many here in the U.S. We're not that old. We don't have that history.
I don't know, because you guys have the native history, don't you? I think that America, you guys like cut yourself short, because you do actually have some really, really. Is there a Burger King near? There is.
Whopper.
There is stuff there. I just don't think that you guys, your own history isn't very old. But
well, now if you go to the East Coast, which was originally settled the East Coast and around Boston and New York and places like that, you will find some older buildings and more hauntings. But once you're really the other side of the mountains, there just isn't all that much. Yes, there's a lot of native history, but we don't have quite the hauntings because the structures aren't old. The land hasn't been inhabited for so long,
Yeah, I totally get that.
Well, if you want to make it a whole to-do, I can at least go to our one cool old cemetery. The town I live in is a quite old town. It was founded in the late 18th century, like in the late 1700s. It's quite an old town for Illinois. And so I take some cool pictures of the cool things out there.
Ooh, would you be able to live stream from there?
I could, but the problem is we're 7 hours apart, and so it would be.
Oh, yes, you're right.
Yeah.
You could do a little video though,
Yeah.
or some photos. I didn't think of
Even
that.
if it was something in the afternoon for us, it still might be cool. I
Yeah.
mean, you know.
Yeah, because it will be quite late here, so
Well,
I
I
won't
mean, okay.
be on till about
Also, I
9.
can't do that because my
You're at work.
anonymity is very important to me. So that would probably be too revealing. It'd be tough for me to do
Yes.
that and never show my face, probably. Ugh.
Well, no, I mean, you still don't have to show your face. I mean, even if you did a live stream, you could show tombstones or
Yeah,
headstones.
nobody would.
Yeah, but
I
They
can
do
at
have
least get you guys some cool pictures.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
I just want to talking about spooky. I was just going to go onto this article because this was like really creepy. This is in Wales. Now, this article is from Halloween last year, so it's not a new one. But this is actually the Brecon Beacons is it's like a mountain in Wales, and it says living in Britain's most exercised home. This lady here, she said, if you've met darkness face on, you crave the light. And it says that poltergeist activity, apparitions, alleged possessions, and even physical injury. A woman who lived in a remote farmhouse in the Brecon Beacons described the horrifying events that led to her to call in the exorcists time and time again. So this house has been exorcised more often than any other house in the UK. The family's home has had more exorcisms than any other in British history. Started in 1989 when a young couple named Liz and Bill Rich moved into what they thought was their dream home, a rural ideal to raise their family. Bill, an artist from England, and his Welsh wife Liz, who was pregnant with their first child, moved into the old stone property converted from an even older barn with Bill's son from his first marriage, Lawrence. It says the whole ordeal lasted for 7 years, the strange activity starting to creep into the couple's life. The doors began to slam. They heard loud, heavy footsteps running through the house. The footsteps were frequent, but the strange thing was they never reached the bottom of the stairs. I was on the phone and I heard them coming, boom, boom, boom. And I thought, oh no, I don't want this to happen. I'm too close. Liz said that Lawrence, who is her stepson, his personality began to alter significantly. Extreme hot and cold spots were felt within the house. There were also extreme smells, disgusting stench of sulphur, which is a regular smelt with demons around, and the distinct aroma of incense appearing and disappearing frequently but randomly. The house's electricity meter would often spin wildly out of control, seeming to surge at the moment when the phenomenon was most intense. There was a further shock when they opened their electricity bill. It was £750 for 3 months, the equivalent of almost 2,000. That's weird because where I've lived before, and I've had a lot of. One time I'll tell you all my spooky stuff. Our electricity meter used to whiz round all the time as well. So a lot of what she's saying, I've had in previous properties. An official letter from the electricity supplier could not explain why so much power was being used. Bill and Liz soon faced the mysterious deaths of animals in their lives, horrifying apparitions, and an apparent possession. There were physical injuries to people in the house and a series of intense exorcisms. Liz said, I thought perhaps when this sort of thing happens, you get a priest. So I went to Brecon Cathedral and said, there's something a bit odd here. And a priest did come. He walked around speaking Latin, put holy water here and there, and said, there you are. That's okay now. And it did go away for a bit, but then it came back even stronger. We had exorcism after exorcism. The story of what happened in Hale Fanog is the subject of a paranormal investigation for a new BBC podcast. That's interesting, called The Witch Farm. I wonder if I can find that. That might be interesting to listen to one night. Journalist Danny Robbins has been investigating the mysterious incidents that happened in the 1990s. So this is really interesting, and I'd love to know. So this was last Halloween. I'm wondering what's there now. I'm going to try to see if I can find out.
Yeah, are they still there?
I don't. It says there they moved in 1989, and they were there for 7 years. So Danny, right, so the journalist who was investigating it is a self-confessed skeptic. It's like years of pure terror. It's diving into this plunge of icy fear, he said. So that's the pair. There they are there. That must be their firstborn, and he moved there with his slightly older son. So Danny Robbins has been since the 1990s. Right, let's just carry on down. He looked at whether the isolated location of the apparent haunting could have had a psychological impact on the family's perception of what was happening. You're about half a mile from your nearest neighbour. Literally nobody could hear you scream. If you're a skeptic, you could say, does the isolation play a part in this remote location? Does it play on their imagination? But if you're a believer, you could say, look at this incredible backdrop of history. Look at what's happened here before is dramatic, the witchcraft, the Celtic history. Things have happened here and that it's left its mark on this land. It was really interesting for me to dive into the history of the case, the ancient Celtic history, the history of witchcraft in the area. Really interestingly, Wales didn't persecute witches, this is true, in the way that other parts of the country did. Witchcraft flourished here, really. So there was loads of rumours of rituals having taken place. Because if you remember, Christianity sort of took hold in England, and the original Britons, who were mostly pagan, they sort of fled to Wales and up to north, which is why we have a lot of paganism still, and druids that are still there in Wales today. So that would make sense. So if you were a witch and you didn't want to be persecuted, you fled to Wales because they didn't treat them the same way as we did, and in Europe as well. We have done a show actually on witchcraft about 9-10 months ago, maybe longer. It might be worth us doing another one. So it goes on. It says, I think there's a paradox at the heart of a ghost story. They are scary, but they also comforting. And I think we're living in a really strange period in history where we're confronted by death more than we used to be. So it goes, that's the adrenaline hit of the fear. So that's interesting. Now you can have this. The Witch Farm is available on BBC Sounds. So I'd like to know where this is and if it's still
Yeah, if anybody's living there.
Yeah. So
Or
where
if it's even standing, yeah.
So I just want to find out whereabouts it was again. So it was a remote farmhouse. So if I put haunted farmhouse in Brecon Beacons, it might
It should come up, yeah.
do. Yeah, let me just see what this video is here. I don't know what it is. Let's just see.
There was an instance when I was on the phone,
There
which
she is,
happened to be
that's
at the bottom of the stairs. And I heard the footsteps coming down. Boom, boom, boom. I thought, oh, no, 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 no. Don't want this to happen. No, I'm just too close. And they just stopped.
Yeah.
Certain things that happened that you could not find a logical explanation for. There is no way an oil-fired radiator can heat up without oil. There is no way that a family can use the amount of electricity that was being used in that property. No way. That's impossible. The one thing that I didn't like was an old lady ghost thing. I didn't know it existed, but my children have told me that she used to look after them. I had this feeling that I was being watched. Strong feeling. So I kind of looked around and looked up to one of the windows, which happened to be the playroom window. Saw this old woman, and I thought, what? Yeah, what is this like? You know,
So she saw I saw this old woman and thought, what is this like? It's not my imagination. So I can't show anymore because BBC don't like us showing this. Well, there might be that sort of thing we might get away with. We'll see. Hello, Spooky. Where have you been? How you doing? Hello, Banda. It's Paz here. Oh, there's Paz. Is that really Paz? Right, it is. Let me just give you a wrench. This channel got de-wrenched as well, Paz, because I had baddies in my can't hear anything as we're watching the Goonies. Ah. Right, okay. Lindsay's here. Hello, I've missed so much chat, but I was watching that. So that looks really, really interesting, doesn't it? So I'm definitely going to have a little look and see if we
Well,
can
it does
find out.
in a lot of states here, like in southern Ohio and West Virginia, eastern Kentucky, eastern Tennessee, up there against the Appalachian Mountains, there's a lot of mining that goes on. And a lot of the people that did the mining and the people that live there, that they're descendants of these people, came from Wales and they were miners, Wales and Irish, and they did a lot of the mining there. So, like my friend, his father was a practicing warlock because that was what they brought over with them when they came over from Wales. So there's a
Yeah,
lot of spells
free.
and things that go on down there. Yeah, even to this day.
I've just found an interesting article. So, hello everybody coming in. By the way, I know I've missed a lot of chat. I apologise. When you're doing a live show, especially when you're showing things, it's hard to keep up with chat. If you come in without a wrench, I am starting again, so that's why. But that should be sorted out now, Paz. I've still got my tinfoil hat on, everybody. Right then. Look at this. I've just had I literally did a quick Google in a spooky mansion or spooky farmhouse in Wales, and look what came up. This is from June this year. Older Chaz, the old creepy Vladimir's distant relative, inside the 1.2 million Welsh farmhouse that King Charles is giving up. Now, this is interesting. The reason why this caught my attention is because look where it is. It's also in the Brecon Beacons, which is where that was. So this area is clearly known for spookiness, and he had one, and he's selling it now. He's giving it up. You what? Sorry, Jane.
I said, that's interesting.
Interesting, yeah. It says here that it was bought by the Duchy of Cornwall estate on behalf of the then Prince Charles in March 2007, after 40 years of searching for the right place. What were they searching for the right place for, I wonder?
Good point.
The irony as well. This guy here is vile. He's the leader of Wales. The former coach house and farm buildings are at the centre of 192 acres of idyllic rolling countryside. 192 acres. Look at it. Look how old it is. And he's given it up. Now, I'm guessing this wasn't the house, but the original owner, William Williams, in the 13th or 14th century, was related to Anne Boleyn. This is how old this house was. And it took him 40 years to find it, and now he's selling it already. It makes me wonder what went on at this house. What did he need it for to achieve that he's now getting rid of it? There's so much weirdness going on.
Yeah, well, that's why I said you have such a history over there, and the buildings are so old, and you're talking centuries, and we just don't have that to where there might be hauntings or something, might be paranormal happening in them. Very rare.
I suppose, but we don't have to have an old building, though, do we? To
Well, no, you don't have to, but sometimes I think it's connected to the land.
Yeah, I know what you mean. The thing is, though, where we live, like I've said before, hello, Blackjack. Where we live, the church, the cross outside is from 627 AD, so it's 1700 years old. So
That's amazing, just amazing.
So I could literally do a walk around our town. I don't know whether the churchyard is open on Halloween night. I'd have to ask, but I'll be taking Jack out anyway, trick or treating. So I won't be home. Depends on where we go. Hello, free speech, my love. So we're having a call-in show. if anyone has got any spooky stories, there's no exact topic. We're looking at a few articles and then we're having a look. We're doing a call in. We've covered a few different subjects tonight. It was just a last minute thing. Axel was spoken about dreams. He's seen a UFO. Axel, have you got anything else you want to add? Any more spookiness? Or have you got any thoughts on
Not
the
really, except I
house
would
in
say
Wales?
if those people spend a long time looking for a property,
Yeah.
and they sold it, it's probably not where they're burying the bodies. Sorry.
I just think that's a long. I've got a rabbit called Lucy. I think that is to spend 40 years to find somewhere, and it just so happens to be in the same area as that other one. And I know it is a very creepy area. Now, you may have heard this weird voice that comes through, which we still don't know whether it's someone messing about or whether it's, well, I don't know how it could be someone messing about, but there you go, hacking us. This all started after Paz had a ram's skull from Wales, where all that area is, and it had etching like markings in its skull. And he had that come to his house by a friend who he asked to bring him one, but he didn't expect one with markings on it, just a dead ram. And that's when all these weird things started happening for him, and then the voice started coming through. So Wales is a very creepy place. Very creepy.
Yeah, the markings were supposedly ruins.
Yeah. Do you know about this, Axel? Have you heard when Paz has told you the story?
I mean, I know about. I can't remember the name of the voice now, even though I've heard it a billion times.
Says her name is
Lucy. Yeah.
Yeah.
How could I know what's going on?
Nobody knows. I don't know. You what? Sorry, Jane.
I said, we don't know what's going on.
People think that I know what's going on, right? I have no clue what that is or who it is. Now, it only happens when Paz comes up, but Paz has swore blind that it's not him, and it scares him, and he didn't even want it on my stream because he didn't want it to come back. There's no way that Paz would keep this going for 18 months. Whatever it is.
And Paz is a dear friend of yours, and what this Lucy said made you very, very upset one time, and where you were like crying and for like 3 days didn't want to socialize, and Paz wouldn't do that to you. He's a friend.
He just wouldn't do that. So
no.
We just don't know what it is, and if it is a real ghost, then why us? Why? But someone did say that they heard a similar voice on a live stream a few months ago, but they couldn't remember the name of it. But they heard a similar thing, but we don't know what it is. It's really weird, though, isn't it? So I'm just putting a plaster on my arm in case you can hear any weird noises. So that's another option then. Axel, if you could walk around your are you scared though? Would you be scared to walk around your local graveyard to take photos?
No, sadly, I'm a basic materialist, so the ideas of spirits and stuff doesn't really bother me. I'll be okay.
Oh, okay. So, out of interest, do you believe in ghosts, or do you think it's all psychological?
What I would say is that they're possible. I'm not saying it's an impossible thing, but and you know what? This is not a judgment on anyone here on this channel or any of you guys, because this is separate from my normal experience with it. I will say that
your opinion, you won't be judged for it.
No, it's just that I don't know you guys very well, so I couldn't tell you what's happening with you. It's just that, like, when you look at clinical studies of patients that claim to hear the voices of spirits, it normally seems to be fake. I mean, that'd be my opinion about it. But you guys aren't patients of anyone I know. I haven't read what your particular things are, so I couldn't say that for any of you. That's why I was trying to say I'm not trying to make a general judgment here. Just the things I've read where I do know something about the person in question, I tend to be like, okay, well, this seems to be kind of fake. But I'm not saying they're impossible. It's just in general, I don't believe in life. I'm afraid.
Have you ever heard? I'm not going to play it all again now, but have you ever heard the first time that she came through when we were just chatting? It was we didn't like do a séance and like ask for a voice. We were just talking, and she just started talking, and we were like, "What? Have you seen that?"
I don't think the first time, although I have heard her talk on the stream a lot of other times, just from time to time over the past year or so. I can't really say I have an opinion about it. I don't know. I don't know what your people's position is, or what your radio setup is, or what's happening down there. I can't possibly tell you what I. I mean, if you think that it's a real spirit, Penny, I have to believe you.
I don't. Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
I just don't know what it is. If it's
We've
someone
gone back and
messing
forth
about.
thinking it was a hacker, you know,
Yeah,
very,
you can't really hack StreamYard though. That's the thing.
but the thing, right. And the thing is some things fit that it could be a hacker, but then other things don't.
Yeah,
You know,
she
I
knows
know
things,
it's not
about
Peggy,
me.
it's not Underbelly, it's not Pass. Well, then who is it? What is it? You know?
It knew things about me from before I even knew my husband. It knew something from pre-2009, and it knew something about Paz from when he was in the army 20 years ago.
I mean, Penny, you have been people to have been harassing you and trying to look up stuff on you. Could be one of them.
Not yeah, oh yeah, I have that, but
well, yeah, that would be a hacker, but then we don't know how they're hacking.
but then no, not this particular subject, no, because I don't speak about it.
Yeah.
Okay, well then.
That subject, no.
And
it's about my stepdad who passed away, and it's not something that I've ever spoken about.
I mean, then I think you will have to. I mean, if you think it perhaps is an outside invader, you will have to ask yourself, who have you ever spoken? I don't want to know what the subject is. It's your own personal thing, but you'll have to ask yourself, who have you ever spoken to about that subject, and for that reason, who could it possibly be?
Nobody.
Well, yeah, but then it knew something about Paz that only like a couple of people knew, not even his missus.
Yeah, not even his partner knew about it. It was in the army 20 years ago. Only him and his one colleague and his sergeant knew.
Yeah, and it knew.
Well,
and because she came out with it, he had to then tell his partner about it.
Well,
It's creepy. It doesn't make any sense.
I don't know I don't know anything about Paz's past, my friend, but I would say that, like, if some secret of yours came out, I guess I would. If you're worried about the non-spiritual explanation, I would just look into who else did know it.
Oh, we do. We just can't figure out how they could possibly hack.
It was
because
about
we've been through that too.
And once again, absolutely do not tell me. I don't.
Yeah, it
please.
was weird because, like, my stepdad passed away, and I've never spoken about him because it's too traumatic. Passed away years ago, and she just came out with it. She said, "Oh, he's around you," and she named him and everything. And I was like, that just sent me into I got really ill after that. It really sent me. I was in a bad way.
Yeah, you were really bad off.
I
thought it must be real then, because I kept thinking, oh, it's just someone messing about. But yeah, it's just a weird one, you know. We've even had a medium come on, really lovely lady, and she's tried to get rid of it, and it did go for a few months, and then it came back again. But yeah,
with your permission, Penny, this might be something I'd be willing to explore privately, but I think in a public channel is a terrible idea. So let's not do it.
Oh no, I'm just asking your opinion. That's all. Just wondered if you.
I don't want to ask you about what is the thing that maybe that guy knew about and who could have known about and all that kind of stuff. That's outside the subject for this kind of channel.
To be fair, there isn't anybody anyway, so there's. That's the sort of thing I just don't talk about. If it's a person, they went to a lot of trouble. Yeah, and they didn't come out with that until 6 months later. It's just bizarre, you know.
Well,
Maybe she'll come back at Halloween.
Well, and you were ignoring her, and she was gone. And then it was, what, a month or so ago, all of a sudden, because I was on panel too. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, there she is. It's not like anybody, said where, hey, is Lucy, you didn't say is Lucy here or whatever.
Yeah.
It's just she started talking again.
Ghost particle go through walls when light
That's
on
really
material get trapped. I find it really interesting, Oh, thank you, little Miss Sunshine. Have you got any brothers or sisters? I don't really want to talk about that either because the trolls will be looking for them.
Yeah.
There's certain things I just don't talk about on here. And that's for a reason, because people think I'm really open. I am open, but I'm only open as much as I want to be. If that makes any sense.
Well, for that reason, I like. You understand why I want to remain anonymous.
Oh yeah, I don't blame you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Right, I've put the link in. We've been going for an hour and a half, so I'm going to be ending this very, very soon. So I'm just going to get this thing off my head. Haven't heard anything about Underbelly. No, Hidden Underbelly's been really, really quiet. I hope he's okay. He usually comes in. Do you ever find out who the watcher is? No, no idea. Penny, I can go into a graveyard and film if I'm well enough in the dark. You mean like a live stream or just make a video? What did she say about Underbelly? She said Underbelly wasn't very well, didn't she? And then he hasn't been back since. So I don't know.
I mean, hopefully he's not in bad shape.
Well, the thing about Underbelly, he released the dark one, so there you go. Not on purpose. He was just 420. Yeah.
Yeah, Whitby Abbey. That's another one. There's so many. Have you heard of Whitby, Axel? I want to do a show on vampires as well, and do a show about Whitby. I live up the road from there, and it's where Vampire's body, Vladimir's body, is apparently buried.
When you were doing that, traveling around the churches and looking at them, I was watching those. So if that was one of those, I've seen it, but I don't remember the specific name.
No, I've not been to that one before. Okay. It's a place called Whitby, and it's the legend is that Dracula I think he's not sure if his body got sent back there. But what I want to do, I don't know about you guys, if it's interesting, but in the build up to Halloween, like each week we'll pick a different subject. That was it. Bram Stoker wrote, hang on, let me just get this. I think Bram Stoker wrote about Dracula there and the Abbey. But yeah, I would like to cover like werewolves one week, Dracula another week, ghosts and spirits in another week, and then lead us up to Halloween. Hello, Stefan. So this is Whitby Abbey. No, I've only ever been there once, and it was years ago. I've not been in the last sort of like decade. Dracula in Whitby, how Bram Stoker was inspired to write Dracula by Whitby. So this is where the famous novel that was published in 1897 has never been out of print. Here we discuss Dracula in Whitby and how Bram Stoker was inspired by the seaside town to write his famous novel. And there's many rumours that Dracula is buried in this area. There are bits and pieces of Whitby found throughout Stoker's novel, including the famous 199 steps. Dracula is shown to run up the steps after his ship is wrecked on Tattle Sands in the form of a dog. So really interesting. And every year, I think it's around March time, they have like a festival. They have like a Dracula festival, like a goth thing, and everyone dresses up as Dracula and goes.
Really?
Yeah, we should go really one year. Maybe I'll go next year. It's called the Dracula Goth Festival. And everyone dresses up, and there's shops that are there all year round with like bits of Dracula memorabilia, and it's really, really, really creepy. Yeah, there's a churchyard there as well. It's a tiny little seaside town. And it's Bram Stoker was directed to the town by a good friend in 1890. There you go. We live there. See,
if I can say something kind of silly, my friends, I remember 20 years ago when I was up in the Pacific Northwest here in America, and you guys know about the Twilight novels.
Yeah.
So that's set in a real town in the Pacific Northwest, And so if you went there, it was just wall to wall Twilight nonsense. It was ridiculous.
Right.
And so I went there once because I was heading through to camp out at a national park for about a week. And but I went through there once. It was just all, this is the Twilight Cafe. This is where the werewolves live. It was ridiculous.
They have a Twilight shop there where you can buy Twilight stuff.
Oh, so many. It was like, because it's a very small town. It was only like maybe, I want to say like 1,500 people. And so when somehow it got named in the Twilight books, they were like, boom, we're Twilight Town now. But this,
What's the
to be
name
fair,
of it?
was back in like 2007.
Yeah, what's the name of it? I forget.
Oh, something Forks.
Forks.
4 candles. That was a joke, by the way.
Mm. Yeah, I remember but I don't remember the name of the town that it was supposedly set in. But even in the movies, it was a small town in the Pacific Northwest.
Well, this place though isn't just. This place was actually visited by Bram Stoker, so he actually stayed there for like 6 years, I think it was. So
Yeah.
they do turn it into like a festival. But if you look here, if you, I don't know if you can see this. See, he actually Bram Stoker he lived, author of Dracula stayed here between 1890 and 1896. So he did actually go there, and he did actually inspire his book. Bram Stoker's love for Whitby and the surrounding area. There you go. Yeah, take the guided Dracula in Whitby tour. See, so you can go on these tours. It's like York. York do these ghost walks. They do Dracula cookies. Look, Dracula in Whitby today. Dracula cookies. The Dracula experience as well. So there's a shop where you can go in and you go through tunnels and get scared. So Goth Weekend, here we go. Here's Whitby Goth Weekend. Oh, it's twice a year. The biannual event inspired by the dark world of Dracula is the Whitby Goth Weekend. So we could actually, I think this would be fun to go to, and we could do a live stream. I think we went before once and we didn't know it was Goth Weekend, and we were like, it was just everywhere. But there you go. We could do that.
I think you could goth it up, Penny. I think that could work for you.
I think, yeah, I could do that, couldn't I?
I think so.
Get a wig, get some black eye makeup.
Wig, yeah. Why not? Biscuits, not cakes this time. Used to be a goth. I've never been a goth. Never. I've never been into that sort of music. So, but I can have a go. There's nothing wrong with trying. Oh, thank you, Amanda, for the PayPal. How kind. Thank you, my love. Oh.
Yeah, the only thing around here we do have Renaissance festivals.
What's
but that's about the extent. It's really weird. It's a bunch of shops that are set up and people come dressed as if they lived in the Renaissance period. And they have like a fake Queen Elizabeth, an actress that plays it. And then they have jousting where they actually have the knights going after each other with spears and everything. Yeah, Renaissance festivals.
It's fun.
I've heard of them. Yeah, I didn't know what they were though, and what if they do them there. I never knew Bram Stoker lived in the UK. Oh, really? Well, when do you have these, Jane? You should go around and film them.
Oh, I love the Renaissance Festival. They have one here in Ohio, in Southern Ohio. I haven't been for like about 8 years, but I'd love to go this year. It's in the fall. Yeah, that would be fun.
Around now then, because we're in the fall.
Yeah, right around this period. Yeah, in fact, they're going on now, come to think of it.
I mean, we might be a little late in the year. I mean, in my experience, it's normally like late summer, early fall. But like I used to go to the one up in around Chicago, like every year. I had friends that went to it. It's fun. You put on a costume. You like eat a turkey leg.
I have a costume to wear and everything. Yeah, I was really into it. Yeah, and the mugs. Yeah, I got the whole 9 yards. But here in Ohio, it goes to the end of October. So it goes a little bit
you buy
later.
some velvet painting, Lord of the Rings art or something for $35, whatever.
No, well, they actually have people here that do forging and, make the knives and all the stuff and the armor and do the chainmail. So they have people that actually are craftsmen that recreate crafts of the time.
You are correct, Jane. I was being slightly mean to those people, but, but it's like, you go by you buy some stuff about your fancy series as you like. It's fun. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, no, it's a fun time. I used to go every year to them. Like I said, it's been about 8 years since I went, but they're fun.
That does sound fun. I think you should live stream from it, Jane, or at least video it, because it would, because if everyone's dressed up and stuff as well. But I might look at when the goth weekend is.
Oh
Sorry.
yeah, and what happens is all the people that they hire to work around the festival, they actually have people at different stations around the festival, and they're all dressed up, and then they have to speak Old English. It's really good.
Really?
It is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh, the next event is the 27th to the 29th of October. So there's one coming up, guys.
For you, for the goth event?
Yeah, and everyone dresses up as Dracula.
Wow.
Penny, I think Bram Stoker had Dublin connections. Did he? I don't know. He was Irish, but he must have lived in England or visited. Yeah, 6 years. So there you go.
When you say Irish.
Irish. I must have been Irish in my last life because I can't
You
say
must have
Irish.
been. Yeah.
I can't say it without sounding Irish. I don't know why.
I know, it's great. I think it's great.
It's weird, isn't it? I would love that. Get me out. Who's up for going to it then? Have we got any UK folk who wants to go? I've never dressed up before as a goth, but I'm up for that.
You've never dressed up before?
Not as a goth, no. I've dressed up I've dressed up, but not often. I've only done a couple of dress ups in my life, not since I was a kid.
Well, how do you think Jack would feel about becoming a goth?
Who, Jack? About me becoming a goth. Well, I wouldn't dress up quite as a goth. I'd dress up as a groupie of Dracula. Is that a goth?
Yeah, I mean that would be in this context, I suppose.
Groupie. I don't know. Probably just die of embarrassment and just say to Dad, drop Mummy off. We'll pick her up tonight and just leave her here.
Well, if you could get a cake for Jack, he'd probably like it too.
Yeah, he'd be Dracula. That'd be cool.
Yeah, I could be a witch. So what I want to do then, I want to do as a podcast. So I'm going to cover witches in England, which we have done before, but it's been about a year since I did it. Werewolves and Dogman, and we'll cover Skinwalker Ranch on that one as well. And then we'll hopefully cover vampires. And I want to do a few of these and then build up to Halloween. So we always go all out Halloween. So let me know if Poncho, if you hear this, did you get your work schedule yet? And if you can't do it on Halloween, we need to rethink and see if we can come up with a plan. Because if anyone can get up here to me, they can come out with me. But I can't. I'm not driving, and Al can't take me because Jack's here. So it would have to be, after like 9 o'clock when he goes to bed, and then we can do something. You need holes in your tights. I'm sure we could sort that one out, Dr. David Bull. I don't think I've ever dressed up apart from when I was a kid. We used to put a bin bag over us when I was a kid because I'm from a poor family. So at Halloween, if you wanted to dress up as a witch, you just cut the bottom out of a black bin bag, and then you cut some holes out for arms, and then you put the black bin bag over your head and put the arms out. So you had like a black dress on. Has anybody else ever done that?
No.
You know what? Honestly, I never had any interest in going trick-or-treating when I was a kid, so basically never did it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Only when my friends drugged me out to it, and then I had to get the most half-assed costume possible to go with them.
Halloween has always been my favorite holiday.
I just don't like candy very much.
Oh, I do.
It's not very good then, is it?
Ugh.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's Jack can't really have much candy either because of his celiac, but or is shown us
Well,
up.
then there's more for you.
Yeah, but it's not really very fair. We do it, but he
Yeah, I know what you mean.
he doesn't do it for that. He does it just because it's a bit of fun. But I can't wait to see Ellen at Halloween. I'm hoping we're going to see her on the day before when we speak to her. I'm going to dress up and take the kids.
Oh,
Right,
oh,
we'll end this now. We've been going for an hour and 40, so we've
We
had
probably should get away. I have to go to bed too. I will say, you know what? I'm going to try and get some pictures of the cool stuff at my local cemetery. I'm not sure how I'll send them to you. We'll figure something out.
You can email Discord or you on Discord?
Yeah, but your Discord's been quiet for a billion years.
No, because they locked it down. They threw me out and said that they deleted it, but apparently it's still there.
I see it. It's on my server.
Wow.
List.
Discord banned me and said that my Discord server went against their terms and conditions on terrorism.
What?
And said that they've got rid of the server and everything will be deleted within 2 days. I appealed it and they told me to piss off. I've not been into my Discord server for years. They told me it's gone, but someone else said it's still there. So it's still there, is it? Axel, it's still there. Can you hear me? He's gone. So I've opened up another one, just not a server, just an account, just so I can talk to people. But I don't know how to share that.
Yeah, I'm not on Discord, so I don't know how that works.
Yeah, I opened up. I'm not. Hello, can you hear me, Axel? Is your phone going? What? What was that?
Somebody's very wrong here.
Hello?
What was that?
No idea.
Sounded like scratching.
I hope it wasn't. It may have been a distorted version of me for some reason because I was on Discord. But
what if it was Lucy?
I don't know.
Well, it's just the three of us, and they really are hacking into something. This is not great.
Right, there you go. That's my Discord, _curious_bunny.
Well, you could always ask if Lucy's here, Penny.
Hello, Michael. Lucy, are you there, love? I don't think she is, though.
No.
All right. Then I guess we have a conversation going on.
But see, we are getting staticky stuff. And if Lucy's here.
We have been getting some weird stuff happening. Hello, Matt. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Lucy, hello. Testing. Lucy, are you there, love? Hello, Nanny. It did sound demonic, didn't it?
Wasn't great.
See, I am hearing something. Did you hear that, Penny?
So is this an EVP?
No, I want to be clear. I'm as confused as you are. Lucy, what the hell's going on? Give me something.
She probably wouldn't answer to you. She might Penny.
Oh, thank you, Sheris. Oh.
I heard that. I heard something. It wasn't Lucy.
It's a child. This is happened.
It was a different voice.
Axel, you know of the Hidden Underbelly, don't you? His channel.
Yep. I think I follow it.
It's happened when me and him have been on, and he's not a scammer. Thank you so much, Sheris. He's a very good one.
Listen, it's coming through. Something's coming through.
He's trying to talk to us. Can you hear it, Axel?
I did hear some of it.
You're a skeptic as well. I like skeptics. Because I'm skeptical myself. I'm not.
I'm willing to see what happens.
I don't think it's an echo because it's not happening like right after we're saying something like an echo would do.
No. Echo.
It wasn't echo.
You think?
No, it wasn't one.
But before it wasn't.
They just said something and that wasn't an echo.
Yeah.
Whatever it was, the voice that came through was something different.
Yeah.
It sounded like a child's voice. Anyone else think that?
I didn't think it sounded like a child's voice, but
that said hello. Did you hear that? Just said
I
hello.
heard it say hello. Yeah.
Hello, beautiful Louise. What's going on? Axel, what's going
Who-
on?
Who's here? Who are you?
Hello, brutally honest Marv. She said it's been going on for all this time.
What's your name? Echo and the Bunnyman talk.
Is there anybody there? That's not an echo. He didn't do it when I spoke. He didn't do a following up echo.
I
Hello.
don't think.
Is there anybody out there? Give us 2 taps for yes. Did you hear what
I definitely heard it say hello.
Bridget said that it said, "Do you not know?"
Oh,
It's Louise's birthday. Oh, for God's sake.
Hey, oh, that's nice. Hey, yay, Luis. Happy birthday, Luis.
A present though. Why isn't it in my phone? It's not in my phone, Louise. I'm so sorry.
happy birthday, hon.
Happy birthday, my darling. Louise has been a bit busy lately. I'm not sure if I can say why. I better not.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't reveal confidences. I mean, you know better, baby. Penny, you already know that, so I don't have to tell you that. Whatever.
Sorry, say that again.
Oh, I said Penny. You already know you shouldn't reveal that, so I should not have even brought it up.
But what? Louise's. Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm confused, but that's nothing new. Happy birthday, Louise.
You were using discretion, and
Oh,
I
okay.
was being bad by second.
You was using humor.
I was doubting you, but I was like, well, of course she knows how to use discretion. Why am I getting on her case? Whatever, it'll be fine.
I'm the air of discretion. I'm very good at discretion.
It's a good skill.
I take things to the grave. About myself, I'm not very good though. I'm too open about myself. Just other people.
Yeah,
Well, that's different though. You know, your own secrets, who cares? But other people's secrets, you can't tell other people that. That'd be ridiculous.
Exactly. It's not a problem. It's just done it again. I didn't know, Louise, love. I'll send you something, sweetie. Lots of birthdays. The thing is, Louise, it's somebody else's birthday today, and I can't say because the trolls will go looking. But now I know that it's on the same day as that. Then it'll make it easier for me to remember next year. Fellow Libran, says Ellen.
Has anyone heard anything from this strange voice in the last 2 minutes?
Yeah, it's still going.
Yeah, it's still doing
so
it.
Here's the thing: I'm not hearing it.
I am.
That must mean it's on your guys' system and not mine. It's somehow not infecting my Apple logged into the whatever the streaming program.
You could hear it before though.
I did a couple times, and now it's gone. They don't hear anymore. I'd like to hear it.
Hello, voice. Are you still there? If that was an echo, it would have done it then.
Right.
I heard nothing. If you can't, why can't you communicate with me?
Well, and the crackling has stopped too. For some reason, Axel, it's really odd, but when there's something come through, there's a lot of crackling on the system.
I just haven't I heard the first couple transmissions, but no more of them.
Yeah, and now the crackling's gone.
It's back again. I just heard the talking.
I did too. Yeah.
All right, I'm going to dip out of the chat and just listen to the YouTube so I can hear it.
Okay, thank you for coming up, Axel.
Thanks, Axel.
Feel left out. Shona, don't feel left out. It's my birthday in July, so Jane, when's yours?
Mine's this month.
Can you message me the date then?
Or I don't mind. Yeah, I don't mind saying it's the 25th.
Say it then.
It's the 25th.
So you're not far from Gemma then.
Yeah, I'm a Scorpio. So I'm right at the cusp of going into Scorpio. So I am a Scorpio, not a Libra.
Ah, so you're a water sign then.
Yeah.
Same as me.
Yeah. Same
Did
as
you not hear it, Shona? I'm surprised you didn't hear it. Yeah, Axel's really knowledgeable as well, isn't he, Jane? He's
Yeah, he was interesting to talk with.
Yeah, he doesn't call in very often, but he's been watching me for. I met him on a radio show many years ago. God, it was about 4 years ago, and he calls in there as well. And he's so knowledgeable. He's got a lot of knowledge of things, and I know he's done a lot of research on the Kennedy shootings, the Kennedy shooting. He knows a lot of stuff, and I've said before, you know, would you be okay to like come up and talk to us about it? And he says, yeah, that's fine.
Oh,
So,
yeah, I think that'd be really interesting with the Kennedy shootings because there's so much involved with that.
hello, Dave. I unblocked you. I found you. I didn't know you were blocked, Dave. Sorry, I found it. Somebody must have blocked you. Sound like a scream. I'm a Libra as well, says Lindsay. Everyone's a Libra. Testing. Hello, ghost. Testing.
Mhm.
Hello.
Oh,
Hello.
is any ghost there? Anybody in the ether? In the stream?
Oh, shown as the 23rd, Jane. You're the what? The 24th?
The 25th.
25th. Shown as
Yeah. No, she's not. Then she just says the cusp of Libra, and Leo is the 23rd. It is. I'm just barely into being a Scorpio.
And then we have a channel called We Are Legion, and they're another Libran. Hello, welcome to the Libran. I'm interested in that. This is starting to itch now, guys. I need to go. I need to get this thing off my head. It's been on there. It was on here for an hour and a half before I went live. I've had it on now for nearly 4 hours.
Your hair's gonna just fall out so silky and soft.
Yeah, I've not even washed it yet. This was a pre-wash thing.
Oh my gosh, yeah, it's gonna be lovely.
Rinse it, and then I've got to go and wash it.
It's gonna be like silk.
Yeah, well, it needs to. I'm a Gemini. The mob was involved. It's my birthday today too. Oh my God. We Are Legion, and it's somebody else's birthday today as well.
Oh wow.
I can't say who, but it's somebody.
You know. Yeah.
Because they'll just go looking for them, Jane.
Mm-hmm.
I know. Didn't do a Tina Turner. I can't get hold of Al. I need to go because I want him to see if he'll put me some dinner at the oven on for me to preheat it, and he's just not responding to me. So I need to go, guys. Great show. We've done a little bit of news and a little bit of calls. It's been a bit of a mismatch, which is good sometimes. We just sort of fluffed it and it worked out. I think
It's been fun.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah.
I was saying 9 months ago. Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? How quick it goes. Well, happy birthday. Bailey's here. Hello, Bailey, love. Let me just make sure it's you. Yeah, it is. Yeah, Bailey I met on the same radio show as I met Axel. So we're all the same little crew, aren't we? From what, 2019 crew? Right then, thank you everybody, and I'll see you all. Don't know when, probably tomorrow on the news show. And if Dan Wotton's been sacked, I'll make a video now. But I think that's disgusting if that's true. But
well, have a good night, everyone.
And the unnamed one. Yeah, and Louise. It's Louise's birthday as well. There's 3.
Oh, that's right. Happy birthday one more time to Louise.
Happy birthday, Louise. Happy birthday, Legion. Thank you, Ellen. Ellen, I need to message you and we need to pin down a day so we know when we're going to be going. So I can get stuff set up and stuff. And I want to get a costume. So I'll message you some days and then you let me know if it's okay for you. Right then, guys, take care and I'll see you all very, very soon. Bye.